Hello, Jodi here from Joli Natural Skincare, and today I wanted to show you how I make washing powder. To begin with, I start with a half a cup of boiled water. To that I add 1 cup of grated soap. Now this is some soap I made. It's meant to be castile soap, but it came out all crumbly and sort of, I don't know, funny. So it's been perfect for use in this kind of recipe instead of using it in the shower. So that's a half a cup there. I'm going to just put that in for now, because we do equal parts of soap to equal parts of washing soda, and there's not a lot left, so let's see how much I've got. Alright, so it's pretty much the same amount as the soap there, so equal parts soap to this powder stuff to half a cup of water. So we stir that in. So we want to give this a stir until it dissolves, and that could take a while. You can put it on the heat if you want to. Try and get the lumps out. It's interesting, isn't it? Because it's a half a cup of water to 1 cup of soap. But look how sort of how do you say that word? Gelatinous it's gotten already. So imagine if I'd used a cup. I think it would just be probably too thick. Anyway, I'm going to go and put this on the stove, just very low temperature, and see if that melts a little bit, and we'll come back to it. Okay, so this is the mixture now, warmed on the stove. I've squashed the lumps out. It's looking pretty cool. Looks, yeah, lovely, creamy. That's the word I'm looking for. So now we stir in the soda. You can see there it's absorbing the liquid, becoming nice and thick. And so at this stage I do a couple of things with it, or at least in my last batch I did, so I'll just explain that to you. With my last batch I poured it into this container and it solidified. Now obviously I've used it, it's nearly down to the bottom in the middle. So what I do when I'm cleaning is I wet the brush, put it inside there, and then scrub surfaces down, and it's really good. It's very, very sort of gritty, so it gets, you know, a lot of the grime out, which is great. So cleaning the showers perfectly, which I've made another video demonstrating anyway. So that's one option, is to put it into a container like this and let it harden without a lid. Just leave it overnight with the lid off and just let it harden. But usually what you do, I've got here some reusable baking paper, so I'll pour it on. It actually kind of looks like icing almost. That coconut icing you get on top of cream buns. Now I've just realised one thing I forgot to do. Okay, let's just take it a step backwards. Oh, jeepers, I'm such a klutz. Oh, it just comes off so easy, beautiful. So I forgot to add some fragrance. So it asks for a teaspoon of eucalyptus oil, which I think is a really good option for washing powder. Lavender will also work, lemon, orange, I can think of just so many. But I'm going to go with a teaspoon of fragrance, and this one here is coconut and lemongrass, which I think will just be a really lovely smell for the clothes. So mix that around. So that was a teaspoon of scent. Oops, somebody's messaging me. Oh, smells good. All right, so back to where we were before. We pour this onto baking paper. Getting as much of it as you can out of the pot. Alright, so we spread this out. So what we're looking to do here is create a thin layer and then we leave this overnight to dry. And then once it's dry, you've got a couple of options. You can put it in a food processor, you could grate it, or you can mortar and pestle it and crumble it up. So that's this stage here, that's this step. What I'll do is I'll let that sit overnight and we'll get back to it and I'll show you how to progress to the next stage. All right, we're back. So you can see here that it is set overnight. It kind of picks up in clumps, it's dried like so. Now I have had several times that I've made this and each time I sort of find that the consistency is different each time. It could be that the soaps that I'm using make a difference. So that other one you saw was quite crumbly and powdery already, so this is more softer. So whether or not that matters, I'm not sure. So sometimes it's so hard, like this one here, I can squish it, breaks a little bit. I remember the last one I made, it was almost like concrete, it was heavy duty. So as I mentioned earlier, there are different ways that you could pulverize this. You could grate it, you could put it in a food processor, or you could do the old mortar and pestle. So if I give this a shot just to show you what it looks like. And you can see it's soft. It's crumbling easy. Got a lot of hard work in there. Mashing it up. So obviously sticking in a food processor is easier, it's quicker. You can just get the whole lot, stick in the machine, bzzz, it's done. So this is a more long-winded way of doing it. So we're turning it into a nice powder. And so you can see that, smells nice. Put in a nice jar, leave this jar next to your laundry, your washing machine. When you're ready, you sprinkle it over, and there you have washing powder. Better for the environment because it doesn't contain surfactants. But anyway, washing powder, make your own. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you like what you see here and think I'm kind of funny, then feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment below, and as always, thank you for watching.